So let's do a market update. As where are we headed right now? Bitcoin is sitting at 85,600. And the overall situation of Bitcoin has changed pretty much. Last time I did the update, which was 1 day ago, and the market has moved in the direction that I had told you. At that time, we discussed about how Bitcoin can drop down towards the area of $82,000, $80,000, and it did go down there. And then I talked about reversal back towards 87. But I told you that my confirmation is at $94,000. And of course, I'm going to talk about that. So far, it has gone up to 86,800 and something. So this is your 87,000. Now it has formed a head and shoulder structure. But the good news is that this is only on 15 minutes. It's not on a bigger time frame. But this is not a Bitcoin video. It is a market update. So let's talk about the market. Like I had said that once we see a reversal, the rest of the market is going to start being more green than what Bitcoin is going to be. And that is pretty much the case scenario with the rest of the market. When we talk about coins pumping, they are pumping harder than Bitcoin. If we talk about projects, any project, if you look at Dodge, if you look at XRP, if you look at smaller market cap projects like we talk about Toshi, we talk about AIA, ZBCN, Useless, anything you look at, they are 40%, 30%, 20%, 15%. They all are going up really, really well. So the market is acting in a bullish manner, and we were expecting that to happen on the day of weekend as well. I'm not going to play the video for you. You can go and check. Things have worked out pretty much the way we wanted it to be, but are we going up all the way towards $100,000 on Bitcoin? That's generally what people look at. I'm not bothered. The answer to that is that we need to touch $94,000. We don't need to go and live above it. We can touch and crash. That is okay with me as well. But we need to go towards 94. Once we hit 94, that will confirm that the bottom is in, irrespective of what general people would believe. Once we hit 94, I would expect Bitcoin to go towards $100,000 and above as well. But if we are not able to go and hit 94, then I would assume that Bitcoin is failing, it is struggling, it is going to bleed more. Why? Because the sentiments of the market are not good. People are in general fear, they are in panic. Of course, we looked at the fear and greed index, which was at 11. I mean, this is the shittiest one can look at, and this is not even a full-fledged chaos. I mean, the market is bad, but it is not that bad. But anyway, people can panic, and that has led to overall bleeding in the market. So far, I'm not bearish. I'm not considering the worst case scenario. But the thing is that if we are not touching 94, it still leaves the door open for $74,000, which is a hanging sword on our head that will leave us in a confused state. We will continuously think that what if it goes down, what if it crashes, what if this happens, that happens. All of that will disappear once we hit 94. So let's hope that we get 3 green days. We got a green Saturday. Let's hope for a green Sunday and green Monday. A green Monday can cause some really good amount of panic. It's been at least 2 months we have not seen a green Monday. That is really unfortunate. But I think that a break of pattern would also indicate that we are going to get bullish. So that's what I'm expecting from the market. And I hope that if that happens, then we are going to have a reversal. But if somehow we are not going towards 94, it is failing. It doesn't matter what we do. From here, we go towards 90, 92, and then it starts going down. The doors will remain open for the bearish case scenario of 74, because the market is not done bleeding. It wants to bleed actually more and go and test the all-time high of last year, the first one, which was 74, and then from there we start going up again. Other than that, I mean, if Bitcoin continues with the rally and it doesn't lose the overall momentum, which is pretty nice since I did the last update, I think that we are on our way towards the upward journey, and every time it is adding on to the psychological levels like 90k, 100k, the overall panic and everything will start disappearing and people will come back again. Unfortunately, generally the people's nature and behavior is that they buy green and they sell red, which is plain stupid. They should not be buying when the market is green. They should be buying when the market is red. I think now influencers have learned this terminology as well. They continue with this bullshit too, but unfortunately they don't do it in a red market. When the market is red, they start turning bearish. They start talking nonsense. I don't think that is the time to turn bearish. It is always the time to go bullish, and that is what I have been saying for at least, I don't know, three weeks now. That whenever you see crashes in the market, they are buying opportunities, because the upside of it is that you will make some quick money in November, December. You can sell it as well, get the hell out of the market. Whenever you hit your target in November, December, sell it, and then wait it out for next year. And then next year we are going to have some really crazy dips. We will talk about that, of course, at the start of every year, because I always do market updates, and so far I have not missed. If you go and look at my 5th of January 2025 video, I talked about financial crisis and crazy market dips, and that is exactly what happened in February, then in April, and we know the pretty recent history what happened. The year was not nice. The year was horrible. I mean, you're sitting in November, you're shitting your pants. I mean, that should tell you that this is not a normal market, and that is pretty much something that we were expecting. We didn't expect a market that is going to be really nice. Everyone kept on asking, when we are going to see a bullish case scenario, is it going to be 2021 style? I kept on telling them that the maximum you can expect is a green market, that of January 2025 style. I wouldn't even consider the case scenario of green style of November, December of 2024. Anyway, the market direction I expect is upward. I'm still expecting the market to continue to go up. For a full-fledged green rally, or like altcoin season, that people say we need 1 week of greenery. If we get 1 week consistently green, 7 days being green, I think the market will get into a FOMO and we will have a rally, and that is your indicator. And right now the only thing that I'm looking for is Bitcoin touching 94. Once it touches 94, I think you should expect the rest of the market to go bananas and things will get really well. Anyway, congratulations to those who watch videos. I think you must have purchased some dips on any coins, any random, even picking AIA would have given you profits. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, or I have touched on a topic and you expect me to explain a bit more, I'll try my best to explain that to you in the comments. Leave a comment. And I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because if you're not interacting with the video, or if you're not subscribed, you're not going to see all the 10 videos that I make every day. You're going to miss out on it, and I think you are educated enough to understand what to subscribe and what not to, because if you want to miss out on it, then why not? It's for your own good, and you should know better what is good for you.